What makes a great kitchen might be subjective and it might be different for everyone, but I think there's 4 things that go into making a great kitchen that we just can't ignore. The first thing is fairly obvious. It's the functionality of the design. It's what makes our kitchens workable. Part of this whole channel is to help you design functional kitchens or give you ideas on how to do that or ideas on how not to do that. But if you want a great kitchen, it has to be designed in such a way that's functional for you, the user. One of the complaints I hear a lot about kitchens is, my kitchen's too small. And while that might be true that the kitchen is small, I believe that no matter how big or small the kitchen is, it can still be designed in a way that is functional for you and that is usable. And sometimes kitchens that are too big are difficult to design as well because there's just so much space. How many cabinets do you need? How much storage do you actually need? No one person can tell you what is a functionally perfect kitchen because it depends on your needs. I might design a kitchen for you and you use it for 5 years and it's wonderful and it's perfect. It does everything that you want it to do, and then you sell that home. The new buyer comes in, the new homeowner comes in and looks at the kitchen and says, this isn't going to work at all. I can give you tips on how to design a functional kitchen. However, it is important that you decide what are the things that are most important for you, the user of that space. Here's a functionality tip for you. If you have to get on your tiptoes or your hands and knees, it's not functional. Simple. So design your kitchen in such a way that you don't have to be on your tiptoes or down in your hands and knees, and you will have a very functional kitchen. If you want to work with me on actually designing a functional kitchen, check the link in the description below for details on how we can work together. Another thing that makes a kitchen great is just the look of the kitchen. You want someone to walk in and go, wow, like just anybody, please come into my kitchen and be like, this looks really nice. You might as well have the best of both worlds and have a kitchen that works, but a kitchen that is working it. That's so stupid. You might as well have a kitchen that looks great as well. Whether it's traditional or transitional or trans-contemporary modern beach house, if that's even a thing. It's important that you get a design style that works for you and that you love, and that gives you a certain feeling when you're in the space. Generally, when I'm looking on the internet at kitchens and pictures on Google, looking for things that catch my eye. Once they catch my eye, then I can go into the nitty-gritty on how to make that thing function properly, but I want it to look nice. Here's a tip for designing a kitchen that looks good. Keep the symmetry at eye level or slightly above. When we enter a kitchen, we're normally not crawling on our hands and knees, and so the symmetry of the base cabinets is less important, in my opinion, than the symmetry of the wall cabinets. So when you can, shoot for having a kitchen that's designed to be more symmetrical on wall cabinets than it is on base cabinets. You have a great functioning kitchen, you have a great looking kitchen. Now you want a great organized kitchen. It can make a great kitchen even better when it's so easy to work in because you have all the systems in place. It looks beautiful, it functions great, and everything's nice and organized. Part of this organization comes into getting rid of things you don't need and just taking the time, whether it's once or twice a year, to go through your cabinets and kind of clean house and declutter and get rid of things that are not needed. Just the simple step of decluttering, cleaning out, refreshing some of this stuff makes a big difference. Even just moving things around in places that are maybe different from where they're at now. For instance, you might have plates and bowls and glasses in a wall cabinet, and my suggestion is to move them to a nice deep drawer bank and just swap those contents. You'd be surprised at just doing these little things can make your kitchen feel a little more new, even though you didn't really change a whole lot of things. Adding ways to access those cabinets is a real pro tip so that you can get at the things that you're trying to organize. Plan these things in tandem when you're looking at a kitchen renovation. My tip for organization is to actually label things. Wow, I can't believe he said that. That's so new. But once I started doing it, well, once Amy started doing it and I started to benefit from the fact that she had things labeled, I could easily reach in and not have to search through everything. Everything was right there in jars that are labeled. I can take it out and be like, this is the whatever it is I'm looking for this recipe that I'm going to destroy. It really changed the usability of that particular cabinet because things were organized in such an easy way in jars that were labeled. Please bear with me for just 1 minute while I talk about the sponsor of this video, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community. There's thousands of classes with just about everything you can imagine, including interior design, kitchen design, how to organize, and even how to cook. I've been continuing my interior design journey with Lauren Cox's class, on interior design basics. I highly recommend it for anyone who really desires a good foundation. It's easy to follow, even for a complete beginner. She covers color, balance, scale, and repetition, and how to use these things in a real design situation. You should try it out too when you sign up for Skillshare. I think it's something you should definitely check out. In fact, the first 1,000 of you who do so will get a free month membership if you use my link in the description. What that membership will do for you is allow you to watch ad-free content of classes of people just like you, just like me, who are sharing their skills on the things that they know best. Grab your 1 month free membership in the description below, and we'll get back to the content. Thank you, Skillshare. There's one other thing that really makes a kitchen great. It has nothing to do with function, it has nothing to do with organization, it has nothing to do with the interior design aspect of it. It has everything to do with the one thing that kitchens are really for, in my opinion. Food! 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 Food is what goes into a kitchen, and food's what comes out of a kitchen. Something I never talk about on this channel is food. Most of you who are looking to do a kitchen renovation, it's because you actually use the kitchen. And we use the kitchen for cooking. We as humans just have a connection with food. I don't know if I'm even saying this right, so I'm sorry if this comes across kooky or weird. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. What comes out of the kitchen is not just the food itself. It's the experience, the community, the relationship between people, that food's in the middle of all that. Now, when it comes to cooking, I have nothing to say, but I will encourage you to do this. If you've recently renovated your kitchen, I encourage you, christen your new kitchen with a new recipe that you've never tried before. See what happens. If you are looking for ways to organize your kitchen, check out the video that's appearing on your screen right now. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.